Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my channel, TeaToasTnTaroT. Hope you're all well. We've got some Housewives Tarot and some Bad Bottom Tarot to use in this reading. So let's begin. See what we've got. What you got? Not a lot. Seven of Swords. Picture looks like the Christmas dinner. Are you inviting somebody round that you'd rather not? You know, putting up with relatives you can't stand. The usual. Time for joy. Entertaining family members you wouldn't usually entertain. Two of Pentacles, you might still be deciding whether to invite them or not. Could be an ex who, you know, you're still on friendly terms with for the sake of the kids, you know. Shall I invite them round? Anchor on the apron there, you know. You know, what's best for the kids, what's best for you, what's best for the family, what's best for them, you know, the decision. That comes to us all in different stages of life, you know, tolerating people that we usually wouldn't, but we do to keep the peace for the good of others. Six of Cups. You know, that's like the cup of tea, you know, spilling the tea, drinking the tea, but that's none of my business. I'll just sit here and, you know, you might have invited them against your better judgment, and you'll say, fine, well, we'll just sit back and watch what happens. Or you probably be, you know, one of them, the person who always causes the drama at the family gathering. Always trouble when this one gets invited. And he said, see, I told you, shouldn't have invited them. I'm just going to sit back and watch it all happen. One of them situations. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. You want to invite them, or you don't want to invite them, but you have to. You want to invite them, but you know, they're going to cause trouble. You know, one of them, damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what's going to happen. Double-edged sword, you know. Okay, playing happy families, Ten of Pentacles. Behind the scenes, like I say, that person who, you know, always has one too many, causes the eruptions at the family gathering. And if you know, you know. So you'll know this reading's for you. I've been there myself in the past. I keep saying it's just, and it can be quite stressful, but it depends how you look at it, or quite entertaining, you know. You just know this one getting invited is going to cause mayhem, you know. And it's one of them where you've got to invite them whether you like it or not, knowing full well, like I say, damned if you do, damned if you don't. One of them. And you know, it'd be a happy, lovely occasion, but you know it's going to go off. Like I say, if you know, you know. And you can, I told you it would happen, told you they won't change. One of them. Queen of Chalices. That's the same again, you know. You knew, you know. You know what's going to happen, you know what's coming. Three of Pentacles. Again, that's like intuition, moving along with your intuition. You You might be saying no, other people are telling you yes. You might want them to come, other people are telling you no. Three of Pentacles. And the decision is whether you're going to let this person attend, knowing full well they're going to ruin the whole day, once they get a drink down the neck. Queen of Swords, because you know. And Queen of Swords. The pen is mightier than the sword, double-edged sword. Going back to there, like it's none of my business, you're just drinking your tea. You'll keep your mouth shut because you know at the time if it goes off and you open your mouth, you could make it worse. So you're just going to sit back with that face and say, told you it has happened. I'm saying nothing. I'm just going to sit here, drink me tea, or drink me champagne, or drink me Prosecco, and watch it all unfold. And this time, I'm going to keep my mouth shut because it'll make it worse. Family gatherings at Christmas, there's always one. That's what this is, There's always one. You shouldn't invite, but you have to. There's always that one where, it's that reason. Look at that. Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords, both of Swords, two no's. Like I said, if you're deciding whether to invite them and you don't know whether to or not, well, I'd say that's a definite no. Maybe you do know she is. There's a doubly strong sign. Don't do it this year. Like I've been saying, they cause trouble. If you invite them, you'll cause a kick-off. But you have to keep inviting them because the family, because this, because that. Well, this year, what this reading has all come to. It's a double no. You're not coming. The decision, whether you like it or not, whether, oh, for the family, oh, for the kids. Absolutely not this year. Because, the happy family, like I say, you'd invite this one, it'll turn into trouble, chaos. Get a drink down the neck, they start. And you're usually sitting there saying, I told you. Well, this is saying, absolutely, this year, it's a no. And if you still haven't decided, you're still undecided, there's your answer. That's what this reading is for. It's an absolute no, not this year. No way, Jose. Not having it. It's a no. So there's your answer. If this reading was for you and you were in that situation, well, there's your answer. It's not just a no, it's a double no. Absolutely not. Everyday spell, travel talismans. Before you travel for work, study and pleasure, it's good to create charms and talismans of power. You can also craft your own ritual tools from what you gather in your travels. Nature will often provide you with tools, shells, bark and stones. Pay attention and you will learn much and receive many gifts. I'd say in relation to this reading, that's just trust your instincts. The answer is no. If you were looking for a reading, looking for an answer, shall I invite them? Shall I not? The answer is no. It's not just one no, it's double no. Absolutely not. And it's justice. Like I say, oh, you think I should invite them, the family? Oh, I should invite them for the kids. Well, just think back of all the trouble they've caused. And for this time, you're saying no. And that's because of all the trouble you've caused in the past. It's justice. Justice for all the, and could be someone who'd have changed. oh, they'll be different this year. No. Once they get a drink down the neck, it'll start. Absolutely not. And like I say, it's justice, karma for all the trouble in the past. Travel and travel talisman. Something there to do with travel, moving on. Maybe, just in this reading, and you're making a decision, well, you might have to let them know pretty quick because they might have to get a train to wherever anyway. So just the decision is no. And if you do have to tell them, if you're still making the plans, making the decisions, and they're saying, well, I need to know to book my train, let them know it's a no. Not this year. Serenity. Serenity bestows inner peace, tranquility, and calmness of mind. You will, for once, have a nice, quiet, trouble-free Christmas, stress-free, when you don't invite this person. When you feel serene, you are your own person, for nothing and no one can bother, upset, or influence you. You are like a calm, clear lake, beautiful and peaceful to be with. Your quiet radiance brings peaceful hope and support to those who come within your aura. You attract respect and love from others, for all are calmed by you. You'll have a beautiful Christmas once you don't invite this person. As you become deeply serene and still, you connect to the higher powers of the universe for divine guidance, and your path in life becomes smooth and flowing. Quietly ask your angel to hold you in serenity. Affirmation: I am serene and still. I am serene and still. I am serene and still. There we go. Don't invite the troublemaker to Christmas. And here's 3 songs from the 70s to put on if you're feeling like you need to get up and dance. How to play, how to dance, how to play. Jolene, Dolly Parton, The Boys Are Back in Town, Thin Lizzy, Staying Alive, The Bee Gees. There's a good one for you. You're feeling a bit down, you need to get up and go. Stick one of them on and you'll feel groovy again. Take care. Remember, don't feel guilty for not inviting them. You'll be keeping the peace and everybody will notice the difference. It'll be a beautiful Christmas. All the best. Bye for now.